हेलो गाइस, तो पहले पार्ट में हमने ऑन टॉप ऑफ द वर्ल्ड मिशन किया था। अब हम इसका सिनेमैटिक देखेंगे। पहले फिर डेथ इन द फैमिली का वॉक थ्रू करेंगे। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं। द मैन बिहाइंड द कर्टेन।
If that's your winning face, I'd hate to see you lose.
We underestimated the Constant.
Yeah, he's a glorified desk clerk.
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look, you don't have to follow her, you know? Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to think about the future. You have to face the possibility that there's no going back. If the ICA knows what you did...
She'll make it right. She always does.
We have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
Miss Burnwood.
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
अब मिशन स्टार्ट करते हैं। डेथ इन द फैमिली पार्ट 2, मिशन नंबर एंड ऑफ द लाइन। ओके,
She came home.
Carlisle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlisle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlisle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlisle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlisle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlisle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlisle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlisle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Death in the family, Dartmoor, England. Eliminate Alexa Carlyle and the case file.
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator.
चलो
I have an appointment
इनकी
with
बातें
Madam
सुन
Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madam Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madam Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
बिल्कुल मजे ही करनी और आप तो आके करोगे.
A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madam Carlyle.
वो ही करने जा रहा हूँ. मुझे लगा कोई देखने लगा. ये यहाँ पे है. चल मुड़ गया. चल 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 अंदर चल. यहाँ पे का बंदे देख लें जहाँ ये पता था. अच्छा मैं इधर से भी एंट्री मार सकता था. चल ये वाली खिड़की भी खुली हुई है. इधर गार्ड्स होंगे. हाँ गार्ड्स हैं. इसके आने का वेट करना पड़ेगा हमें. बहुत देर लगा रहा है यार. ये तो मैप पे भी नहीं दिख रहा वैसे. आ रहा है. यहाँ पे बैठना पड़ेगा थोड़ी देर. यहीं से आएगा जहाँ तक मेरा ख्याल है. हाँ जल्दी आजा मनुष्य.
Sir, I just need to check.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
आ रहा है. अभी इससे बात ना करे. अंदर 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 आ जा. खड़ा क्यों हो गया? आ रहा.
Whatever.
इसको मारो. इसको ड्रैग करो. इसको डम करो. डिस्गाइज भी ले लो. बस ये काम हो गया. अब इसके पास चलते हैं. कहाँ है ये?
Sup?
अच्छा हम डायरेक्ट मिल सकते. आ रही.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my specialty.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible.
How are you?
Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
चलो
I think Patrick is getting
जल्दी चल
You deserve better than that, Lauren.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that the staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with me
good, man.
if they seem affected
Looking
by
good.
a rather unusual situation.
सही
I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
मारने ही तो आए हम लोग
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room,
सही
to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
सही
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
जल्दी जल्दी
Zachary was
निपटाते
shopping for
हैं।
New Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting.
इधर बुक दिख रही
It
है
could be relevant to compare to other samples to
book
establish
कौन-सी है?
its authenticity.
चप्पल खोले
A hidden door.
अंदर रखो
It's
इधर
a
कुछ
secret
है
passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
ये,
Hmm.
चलो
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge
अच्छा
Manor.
ये खत्म हो
I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
चलो नीचे चल
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
चलो ठीक है देखते हैं
This
क्या
is very useful information, 47.
सस्पेक्ट्स में कौन कौन है पैट्रिक अच्छा ये खुद भी है क्वेश्चन कर लिया उससे हमें ये सारे घर वाले हैं ये मर गया अच्छा हमें सबसे पूछताछ करनी है और
So how
सबूत
does
जमा
one
करना
solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
अब हम लोग या तो इसी को पढ़ सकते हैं, हमें किसी को एक को सबूत देने जमा करके इसके पास आने, या फिर मैडम कार्लाइल के पास ले जाएगा। मैं इसी को फ्रेम कर
How's
सकता हूँ।
everything coming along, Elaine?
Very well, Mr. Fernsby.
Make sure you focus on your work.
I will.
I don't need one more maid crying in the kitchen. So watch yourself around young Mr. Patrick.
Don't worry about me.
Mr. Patrick, can I do anything for you?
Yes, actually. Could you speed up time so I don't die?
Wow. Check that out, would you?
Copy that.
अरे यार को पकड़ने में
Yeah, I didn't see anything, got nothing.
Okay, whatever.
शायद दोबारा अंदर जा।
Whoa. Man. Hey! No one ever taught you any manners? Yes, actually. Could you speed up time so I don't die from boredom? I fear I may not survive an entire weekend in this shithole. What do you think that noise was? You should go see. Absolutely.
That's a token for a vault in the Milton Fitzpatrick London Bank. You need a pair, and you gain access no questions asked. I bet that's where Madame Carlyle keeps a copy of the Edwards file. Who carries the other one, I wonder?
अबे कमरा कहाँ है? एक मिनट, इसका कमरा कहाँ है? Office of Mr. Francis the butler. The room is accessible through the storage room in the staff quarter on the ground floor. इसी पे स्टाफ रूम के आसपास दिखेगा। स्टाफ रूम, अच्छा यही स्टाफ रूम।
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
मास्टर की ये भी पड़ा हुआ है। फायर पोकर है, गोल्फ क्लब है, डायरी।
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
अबे जाना कहाँ है, मैं खो गया यार। ये बटलर उड़ गया वापस।
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
अब इसको फॉलो करना पड़ेगा वापस से यार। कहाँ पे जा रहे हैं? मुझे लग रहा है केस फाइल भी लड़की बुड्ढी के पास ही है, इसके ऑफिस में ही होगी। फीलिंग आ रही है मुझे, एक ही तीर से दो निशाने मारने। और ऊपर जा रहा है यार हद। अरे ये तो ये
Hey, how you doing?
बुड्ढे कहाँ रह गए? आ रहे। अच्छा ये ऑफिस ही जा रही होगी, इसी के साथ चल रहे। थोड़ी दफा करो इसे।
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
मिशन स्टोरी कंप्लीटेड. सिट डाउन. चल अब देखते हैं बातें होंगी.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are
बटलर को
wrong, Mr. Whitman.
फंसा दिया.
He did not do it to protect himself.
सही अभी भी नहीं
He
मारा.
did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby,
तारीफ कर रही
like
है.
myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room.
वो आराज रखने बोल भी मरेगी.
I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have
ये इस
more
फाइल इधर ही होगी
consequences
यार.
than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I am sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered
ऐसे?
an amount?
अरे केस पर वाह ये हुई ना चीज़.
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. That must mean you're... I expected you'd show up.
पहचान गई हमें.
But you're not here to kill me. If
जब
you
मैं
were,
उनको-
you would have already.
अभी
The
तो नहीं मारना.
enemy
फाइल
of
मिल
my
जाए.
enemy, I suppose.
फाइल मिले
You
तब
can have
मारना.
it. You earned it.
ये ऐसी पागल हो रहा है. ओह नाइस. सेफ बनाया हो. सेफ 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 सेफ. चल.
The file you want is in the safe.
Greetings, sir.
I need some privacy.
ऑफिस
Thank
से
you.
बाहर नहीं जाना बस. यहाँ गार्ड बैठे हुए हैं.
Good work,
अरे
47.
आला हो गया.
That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame
कोई
Carlyle.
देख तो नहीं रहा बस सही. चल बे दबा हो.
Mission complete. Well done,
ये क्या हो रहा
47.
है? इसका माइक को क्या हुआ? ले गई गड़ गई. ये भी फंस गई. लोकेट दी एग्जिट. वापस जहाँ से आया वहीं से जाना पड़ेगा. डायना बर्नवुड भी फंस गई. अच्छा यार अब एक और फ्लोर है. मतलब सेकंड पे डाल. जल्दी चल यार. चल भाग. बहुत दूर जाना है और 150 मीटर. गेट खुल जाएगा. चल
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out.
ले भाई ये
For
भी फंस गया.
Constantine. Shit.
ये लो ये भी फंस गया. वो भी फंस गई. मैं अकेला बच गया. चलो गाइस बाय. मिशन 3 पार्ट 3 नेक्स्ट वीडियो।
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.